Hey everybody, Tim here from H2 Fuel Save. How you doing? Well, what a great day it is. Every day is a great day when you can help people save a few quid with their fuel bills. Well, if you've got a four-wheel drive or a sedan or a truck or a ute or whatever you're doing, um, you could have a look at the H2 Fuel Save hydrogen systems. We've been doing this now for I don't know, coming up 17, 18 years, something like that. So we've had a bit of practice. And we've fitted these things to some very interesting bits of equipment. Let me share the screen and we'll have a look at this. Where did I go? There it is. Let's go here. All right. So here's what we've done. Over the years, we designed this hydrogen fuel system, and it had to be very efficient, so it had very low draw or parasitic draw on the host vehicle. It wasn't allowed to get overly hot, and it had to be able to be programmable, so regardless of what we put it on, it would work. So here we go. Up in the top left-hand corner, we went to Spain a while back, or quite a few years ago now, and we fitted a number of them on trucks in Spain for this guy, and it was a real treat. We had a great time, but the results were just outstanding. And it's interesting, in Europe, the trucks were only allowed to pull 40 odd ton because of some of the old bridges and so forth. But next to that is Brian Cook's C15 Caterpillar Freightliner, and that's a double road train, Brisbane to Perth and back every week. Brian saved over $100,000 in 2 years on his fuel bill, and it was incredible for the guys, the drivers, to talk about, the extra torque it's got, how much quieter the engine is and the cabin is with it going. Anyway, so there was all that sort of stuff. This down here on the left-hand side in the middle picture, that's a four-wheel drive, a Toyota, and I think it's on a Hilux, and it was under a canvas canopy. Now, what you're looking at there is the canisters. That's the main hydrogen unit that we make the hydrogen out of. This little one here, that's the bubbler or the filter, if you like. And this black box here, that's the magic box. That's the control module. And in doing this, we are able to program each box to suit each vehicle. And down underneath, here's another, this is a Kenworth. This had a C16 Caterpillar engine in it. And as you can see down the bottom on the left-hand side down here is where the two big canisters are, because they need more hydrogen for the trucks. And the electronic boxes are in the locker box. And over here in the top right-hand corner, that was a special one we made for the trucks up in the Pilbara. They have 3 canisters and 3 electronic control modules, and that they're what they call quad dogs. They're pulling 200 ton, so they need a bit of grunt. They got a great result out of that thing. The one in the middle there is another four-wheel drive one inside a Nissan, and this is my mate's Dodge Ram, Mike's Ram. It's running the Cummins engine, and all up with the 5th wheeler that he tows and everything he's got in the Ram, it's about 8 ton. And he gets some astounding, there's a video on the Facebook page. Have a look at that. And so we've been out here doing this for a while. Now, the reason I'm putting this video up is here in Australia, everybody knows that the lunatics in the bureaucracy and the government have decided they want the under 16-year-olds to be safe on social media. So everybody has to prove their age by digital ID or facial recognition. Well, that's not going to happen for me. So if that goes through, this will be my last foray for H2 out there in the big wide world of the internet. And they're doing it for Facebook, YouTube, all the stuff. So there we go. So this is out there so as that we've got some recent presence. So with what we do, we started this 18 years ago to try and help the independent truckies compete with the big companies with their fuel. And we certainly did that. I think we've got somewhere around, I think it's 400 or 500 million kilometers done on highway with trucks. and not one damage to one engine. So that's pretty good. So we've never done a damage to any engine. Didn't matter whether it was on a DAF, a Caterpillar, a Cummins, a Detroit. Didn't matter what it was on. Never done a damage. So that's a good thing. The other side of it is if your vehicle's running a diesel particulate filter, over time those things clog up, block up, and in the process of doing that, they cost you more fuel. Then you've got to spend $6,000 or $8,000 buying another one. Okay, with H2 Fuel Save, because we burn all the fuel in the combustion chamber, there's almost zero diesel particulate left to clog up your filter, so you'll never need another one of them. So you're going to get a probably, I don't know, 10, 15% increase in torque. You're going to save somewhere between 10 and 20% on your fuel bill. You're going to have cleaner oil, so because there's no black soot, no diesel particulate to get down into the oil, it is that diesel particulate that creates the friction that wears out your engine components. So you'll have a longer life of your engine. So when you put it all together, you're going to save money on your fuel. You're going to have cleaner oil. Your engine's going to run quieter. You're going to have more torque, and your engine will last longer. That's about all we've got to offer anybody who wants one of these things. And just to put it in perspective for you, the truck units, these big ones down here, the double systems to go on a prime mover, they're $8,200. The four-wheel drive ones that'll fit on a Commodore or a Falcon or a sedan or a four-wheel drive or anything like that, they're $3,900, right? And they're easy to fit. They come with instructions, and truly they are not difficult to fit. They take a little bit of time because it's a bit fiddly, but apart from that, there is nothing much to it in the fitting. The little black box there on it, just saying that is where the magic is. This is what separates us from the rest of the crowd out there in the hydrogen world. And when I tell you that this thing is programmable, believe me, we can fit this thing to, well, we've done everything from a Citroen C3, a little tiny Citroen C3, right through to a V12 Cummins generator. So you figure that bit out. Anyway, so the whole thing was set up so as that we could stick it to the government because they were just jamming the price of fuel up. And now they're just jamming the price of fuel up with more excise. The oil companies are charging too much. The engine companies are selling it, you're paying too big a price for the parts that you need to rebuild your engines. We're here as not a savior in that respect, but we can certainly help extend all those things, reduce your fuel costs. And because of all the greenies out there, one of the things that we did prove in the South Australian government dyno with the South Australian University president, we reduced the emissions, all the greenhouse gases, by a combined over 70%. Not bad, eh? Anyway, just putting that out there. The lunatics of the government want to shut everybody down or wants their facial recognition to go on Facebook, YouTube, and all that sort of stuff. I'm not participating. So the email's on there. Please give us an email at tim@h2fuel-save.net.au. And if I can help, I will. If I can't, I'll tell you. Okay? You guys have yourself a great day, and let's get stuck in and stop paying the government and the oil companies and the engine companies that much money. Have a good one. Bye.